Hey guys, what's up? So Earthbound 12 here, and welcome back to part 28, I believe, of Let's Play Earthbound. Last time we got our 4th Your Sanctuary location, Rainy Circle, and in this episode we're going to be proceeding on to Summers now that hopefully the Skyrunner is fixed from previously. There's some new enemies in here. I'm not going to bother fighting them because they're a waste of time. Basically there's a strong-ass crocodile which will make your life miserable. And these Mighty Bear 7s, I elaborated on them last episode, but I don't believe I showed a fight of them, so here you go. You'll get pretty much very little experience, and 90% of that experience will be coming from the Mighty Bear 7s. But anyway, where was I? The crocodiles in that cave will be pretty dangerous. They can do quite a lot of damage if you are unprepared, so always be prepared for that. Go all out on them, always take them out first if you're fighting in a group. There's also some bats, which I'd say I wouldn't really worry about it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the new enemies in the area. So let's go head back down through Stonehenge and back to the lab, where we can now go and progress to Summers with some hope. So let's go ahead and do that. We head back in here. It's still the same old lab from before, and Jeff still wets his bed, but we found out something else, and we can now leave for Summers on the Skyrunner, basically is what he said. But before that, good idea to use the instant revitalizing device to restore lost PP from that little Mighty Bear 7 fight, because that wasn't very fun at all, and I'd prefer not to lose PP and keep the PP up at a highest level possible. But anyway, we're now going into the Skyrunner and we're taking off. Dr. Andronox has seen us off, and now we're off, and hopefully we don't break the Skyrunner this time like we did last time when we went to Threed, but this time we won't be going to Threed and we won't be crashing into a zombie raid dungeon of death. And let's fly off into the distance. And more crappy graphics. I don't think the graphics are terrible this bit. It just looks pretty poor in comparison to some other SNES games. I don't know, it just looks too average for me. It's a big thing that bugs me in this game. Anyway, we're in Summers, and it's all nice and beachy. Beachy, is that even a word? No, it's not. This whole beach-like atmosphere, and it just reminds me of my home in Canada. Not really. Canada. Why would there be beaches in Canada? That is a horrible idea. Anyway, unfortunately we aren't going to land it on top of those people just having a swim or whatever. And the Skyrunner unfortunately crashes. The only way you are to return to other towns in the game from here is to use teleport spells, so keep that in mind if you need to return there. The shop here is very expensive, and this town is just basically one strip of road, and if you come here, this is the Stoic Club, which isn't apparently the Stoic Club. They're lying to me. It clearly says Club Stoic on the sign. You can see it, I can see it, we all can see it. It is rather annoying. Anyway, what you're going to want to do down here is when we walk down this street, continuously walking along through here. Probably talk about my little area in Australia where I live. It's quite similar to this. I live by the sea. It's pretty awesome, I guess. You Americans might not know of that unless you live in like Florida or California or something. Beach life is very good. You know, I grew up on the beach. It was quite fun and so forth. Anyway, you're gonna come into here and talk to this Jamaican guy. He's like, oh yes, you need to call the secret reservation number, man, to get some Dutchie, you know, past the Dutchie on the left hand side, man. Anyway, we get a phone call from Tony, Jeff's little homosexual friend. Not that there's anything wrong with being a homosexual, it's just he is. I think like even Shigesato Itoi said in an interview that he was, or he just really liked Jeff. I totally forgot that I was gonna cut that out, but anyway, that was the thing where you input your name and it will be relevant at the end of the game, so don't worry about it otherwise. You'll find out what I typed in for it at the end of the game. No, it was not Nathan. No, it was not Earthbound Down 12. You will find out at the end of the game, so I'm not going to spoil anything there. It's nothing really all that exciting anyway, but oh well. So let's go ahead and call that phone so we can get our hands onto the Stoic Club. And yes, we would like to make a reservation, and they're looking forward to having us there. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and go back to the Stoic Club and head across through Summers. Summers is quite possibly my favourite town in the game, even though it has nothing to do with anything with the game. I guess it's just the whole relaxed beach atmosphere, and we're getting attacked. I don't believe I've shown off the street sign, so I'll leave this battle in anyway, or this fight in anyway. I have, however, talked about the Mad Taxis. We know how to take care of them. Just, they aren't nowhere near as threatening as they were when you once saw them back in Foreside. But the Ohio signs. Apparently we're in Ohio, even though we're clearly in Somers. Somers in Ohio? Is there a town called that? Who knows? Anyway, take care of the Mad Taxi first if you see those, because they still are somewhat of a threat. They can still do a fair bit of damage to you. But the Ohio signs, nothing really to worry about. They might do a little bit of damage on you, but at this stage of the game, pretty easy. They're a recurring enemy from back in Foreside, so if you're having trouble with them, take the game out and jump out a window or something, or stop playing this game, or not stop playing the game, just do some grinding or something, I don't know. Anyway, here I just totally forgot that I forgot to give Paula her new equip weapon, which is why she was doing absolute fuck all for damage. But now that is no longer a problem, because she is now well equipped with the right weaponry. And now we can go into Club Stoic. We need to talk to the fat person here. People at Club Stoic. Talking about the magic cake. People with Club Stoic like worshipping rocks. I don't really know why, but anyway. Now we've got to talk to the person by the entrance. And apparently people here are all philosophical, and the rock is a metaphor regarding how the rocks are different from the other rocks. I don't know, I'm just having bad flashbacks from the college lectures about how the river was everyone's asset in accounting and had nothing to do with anything, and needless to say I was bored out of my brains, but I digress. So the woman basically tells you to go to her stand and eat some magic cake. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember here I was doing something, so I just stood around like a stunned mullet for a few seconds. So anytime now we can start talking to this woman and get on our happy little way. Here we go. We came from very far off just to eat some magic cake. Absolutely. And we have some drug-addled hallucination. More drug references in this game. Yay. And to think this is a kid's game. Well, it only really appealed in Japan. Like, didn't sell too well in America, but I've already gone over about that to death, about why it didn't sell well. Anyway, Ness had a strange dream, and we're in some city in the sky. Sounds like some Indian music and Hare Krishna crap. Dalam in the Far East. So we're in Dalam, which is a town very far away. And there's the Taj Mahal and a whole bunch of elephants. Just gotta love stereotyping, don't you, folks? And we are in the Palace of Pooh, the Crown Prince. Pooh is our last character that we need to complete our little happy party. We don't get him till pretty late in the game, actually. It's well past the halfway point. Considering that the next 3 Your Sanctuary locations are fairly close together, or the next 4. But anyway, we're going to go complete Pooh's final stage of training in the next episode. So join me next time for then. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!